Welcome to another episode of GeoPulse. Today, we're diving into a bizarre and fascinating chapter of Soviet history, the rise and fall of televised healers and hypnotists. In the late 1980s and early 1990s, as the Soviet Union was unraveling, millions of viewers tuned in to watch figures like Anatoly Kashpirovsky and Chumak. These men claimed to have extraordinary powers, from curing diseases to performing surgeries without anesthesia, all through the power of hypnosis broadcast on national television. It was a time of great uncertainty and turmoil. The economy was collapsing, and traditional medical resources were scarce. People were desperate for hope and healing, and these TV personalities provided just that, or so they claimed. Kashpirovsky, a trained psychotherapist, would command viewers to look into his eyes and then perform hypnosis. His most dramatic demonstration was in 1988 when he allegedly helped conduct a surgery on a woman without anesthesia, all through the TV screen. Viewers watched in awe as the patient, under his spell, appeared to feel no pain during the operation. Meanwhile, Chumak would sit silently, moving his hands and claiming to charge water, creams, and other household items with healing energy. People believed in these practices so much that they would stockpile jars of water around their TVs during his broadcasts. Chumak's sessions were almost ritualistic, creating a meditative atmosphere that captivated his audience. The belief in Kashpirovsky and Chumak's abilities can be attributed to the placebo effect and the power of suggestion. When people are desperate and see others supposedly being healed, they're more likely to believe and experience psychosomatic improvements. This era's mass hypnosis can also be seen as a response to the immense societal stress and uncertainty. The televised sessions provided a semblance of control and comfort. To understand why these figures became so popular, we need to look at the broader context. The late 1980s were a period of immense upheaval in the Soviet Union. Economic reforms, known as perestroika, led to shortages and a decline in living standards. People were frustrated and anxious, making them more susceptible to the promises of miraculous healers. Kashpirovsky's most famous feat was a live broadcast in which a woman underwent surgery without any anesthetic, supposedly under his hypnotic influence. This spectacle captivated the nation and solidified his reputation as a miracle worker. It's worth noting that such surgeries are now considered highly controversial and dangerous, with medical professionals questioning the ethics and safety of such practices. Families across the Soviet Union would sit in front of their TVs, feeling a strange sense of calm and hope, believing that Kashpirovsky could actually heal them through the screen. The psychological impact of these sessions cannot be underestimated. For many, it was a rare moment of relief from the harsh realities of daily life. Chumak's sessions were almost meditative. People would place jars of water around the TV, convinced that his gestures would charge them with healing properties. This practice wasn't just limited to water. People believed Chumak could charge anything, from creams to photographs, imbuing them with therapeutic energy. However, the government's patience ran out by the early 1990s. Concerned about the potential harm and the rise of pseudoscience, authorities banned these mass healing sessions on television. Both Kashpirovsky and Chumak faded from the limelight, though their legacy remains a curious footnote in the history of media and medicine. The rise of these televised healers can be seen as a symptom of the wider crisis in Soviet society. They filled a void left by the failing healthcare system and the public's loss of faith in traditional institutions. These broadcasts were a form of mass therapy. They provided psychological relief and a sense of community in a time of widespread distress. As the Soviet Union dissolved, the public's fascination with supernatural healers waned. The new government introduced reforms to regulate medical practices and prevent the spread of pseudoscience. This marked the end of an era where television could turn psychotherapists into national celebrities. Kashpirovsky and Chumak's stories remind us of the power of media to shape public perception and belief. Their rise and fall serve as a powerful example of how people seek comfort and solutions in times of crisis, sometimes turning to the extraordinary when the ordinary fails them. The story of these Soviet hypnotists is a powerful reminder of how media can influence belief and behavior, especially in times of crisis. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more intriguing stories from history. Until next time, stay curious.